Hi guys, it's Karina. I am back with another video tutorial today for you guys. I know it's been forever, but this time it's going to be a short one, not too long. I just want to introduce you guys to my newest PNG Floral Center, which this will be my PNG Floral Center 5. So as of now, I do have 5 centers that you can find on my website, www.arielelisedesigns.com, along with floral centers. You're going to be able to find leaf centers along with floral templates. So like I said, this is a PNG center, so you will be able to use your cutting machine, which is exactly what I used for this. So how does she come about? Because I always like to tell you guys how these become about. So this one right here is very similar to a floral center that I made years ago, but actually hand cut. And it was for an anemone inspired flower that I wanted to make, and I made one hand cut. And actually you can find the hand cut tutorial under my saved highlight stories. I do have like a saved highlight stories, guys, all about centers, hand cut centers, along with centers that I like to use for my from Cricut Design Images. So you can find that tutorial on this one on how to do this one hand cut with just good old scissors. So back a couple of months ago, there was a certain flower that I wanted to make, and actually it's been highly requested for many years, and I've always wanted to do it, but I just honestly could not figure out how to make her. And that is a protea flower. I'm probably butchering the name wrong. My only concern with that certain flower was the center, because I don't know if you've seen the protea floral centers, but they're very intricate, and I was like, I don't know how I am going to be able to make that. But I always thought back to that one floral center that I made that was hand cut that looks similar to this. Do you see how it's kind of like in like this? And that kind of gave me that vibe of that flower center. So I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can make this into an SVG and work with it. Obviously, this center is not, that's what I want to show you here is that first original center I'm going to show you right now. You can also make these centers right here, which they look like sunflowers. So I am going to show you the tutorial on how to make a center like this. Not the sunflower exactly, but I want to show you guys how it looks, just one solid color. I cannot speak today, but let me show you that inspiration center. So here she is. Let me move these out of the way. Now, this will have a separate video tutorial on how I made this center, but as you can see, looks very intricate because it's very time consuming. And I did use this same PNG center 5. So this is what the center looks like. Okay. And I absolutely love it. But like I said, it's definitely time consuming, and I did use styrofoam for this particular center. But I'll be honest, this is going to be a center, or should I say a tutorial that's going to take me a while to make. So I will show you guys once I have the time, you guys, to sit with you and really figure this out, because I like to make centers that are easy, as simple as possible for you guys, and that I explain them well. And I just want to make sure that I get it right for you guys. So I'm not going to lie to you, this center might not happen for a while, maybe in a month or two, not with the kids going back to school. Hopefully I will have more time, but it's definitely on my priority list. But I wanted to release this center just because fall is right around the corner. And when I made this center, I don't know why, it also gave me sunflower vibes. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can make some sunflowers for my fall decor. And I sure did. And I love it. Look how cute. And this is just a floral center, guys. This is just a center. But I mean, you can definitely use her as a flower if you wanted to. All I would just recommend is just to add a backing to it. So cute. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna release the PNG for now, because and then later on I will show you guys, if you guys are interested, on how to make this protea center right here. Okay, so definitely will be coming, so just keep an eye out on my Instagram as to when that tutorial for that Protea center will be available. For today, I am going to show you how to make this one, which is super cute, very simple. I know you guys like to see them in action in floral. So this is my template 6. Look how cute. Oh, love it. Like I said, this center, I actually used it for an anemone floral center years ago. Something similar to this, not exact, but I did use rounder petals. So, I mean, it looks beautiful whichever, because these are more pointier, but you can totally do round. And then let's see the other one in action. Today, we're just going to do a solid color one. So this is also my template 6. Let me zoom out a little bit, but let me show you. Look how cute. I love it. I am obsessed with the center. It is going to require a couple of these layers, but I'm going to show you guys or tell you guys exactly how many you need along with the sizes if you want to make this particular size right here. The nice thing about the Pink Floral Center is you can resize this to however you want. I'm just going to kind of lead you, you know, to the direction, and then you can take it from there. Okay, and you can definitely make it smaller just by following the same technique, obviously just making your measurements a little bit smaller. Okay, so like I said, you will be able to cut this out with either your Cricut machine or your silhouette if you have that as well. So what I want to show you is that this center, and one of the reasons why I like it is because you can use the scraps, and let me show you what I mean by that. It's definitely similar to my first center that I created a couple months ago. So as you can see, I am peeling this off. So I did cut out 3 images. So this is the image right here. But the nice thing is that you also get these right here. And all you have to do is just snip the ends. So instead of cutting out 3, you have 6. So let me go ahead and cut those. So there you go. So this is a little bit smaller than this one, and that's perfectly fine because I'm going to show you how to make that first center, this one right here, with these 6 right here. So I did forget to mention, guys, that this is only one image. So when you open the Pink, it's only going to be one image that's going to look like this. It is going to be up to you, like I said, to manipulate the sizing as to how you want, however big you want the center to be, or however you want to use it, okay? But for today, I'm going to share with you guys 2 measurements. The measurements for this one, and then the measurements that I used for this one. Okay, so for this one, as you can see, my Cricut machine did cut out 3 of them. So I wanted to make sure, because I was using an 8.5 by 11, that I would be able to go all the way up to 11. So I did go about 10.5, okay, long ways. And then height, I did 2.5, and I just duplicated, okay? So 2.5 height-wise, and then width-wise, so long-wise, I did 10.5, okay? Because roughly around there is typically where, once you're about to go cut it, is where it stops, if you're going to do 8.5 by 11, okay? So, and I was able to fit 3 sheets, oh my god, 3 of these centers. But again, if you go smaller, then obviously you'd be able to fit more, and if you go bigger, well, less, obviously. Okay, so for this center, guys, it's real simple. So I'm going to first grab the scraps, which really they're not, but I mean, if you're not going to use them, then I guess, but I mean, no, save them because you can use them for the center. So I'm going to use these first, which were the scraps, and all you're going to do, guys, is you're just going to give them a spin. And you're just going to need glue. So I am using the Sure Bonder. This is the Lynn and Lily one. I have been eyeing it forever. I never caved because I already have so many Surebonder glue guns, but I couldn't resist because it's so cute because of the color. It's such a pretty, fun color. So I caved and I said, why not? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and glue the last one. And just spin away. And then just glue. So this is what you should have. Now, in order to achieve kind of like that pointy look, so go ahead and kind of grab the tip, okay? And then you're gonna smush down. You're gonna press down. So this is kind of the shape that you want. And voila, this is what's gonna happen. That's exactly what we want, okay? So we're done with that part. And then now all you're going to do is attach these around. And you can do 1, 2, or 3. I do all 3. So as you can see, a super simple center. And like I said, if you want to look at how to do the one just hand cut by scissors, like I said, go to my saved highlight stories. And I have a lot of tutorials on hand cut centers, just because I know some of you don't have cutting machines. But I mean, you can definitely make this, because I mean, all it is, guys, is, as you can see, triangles. What would you call that? Zigzag? But I was like, you know what? I need to simplify my life and make one where my cutting machine can cut it out and where I can manipulate the sizing. Okay, so then all you're gonna do is open these up just like this. And then just add it to a center and you're all done. Super cute. So that is one. So now let's go ahead and I am going to show you how to make this one right here, but in just one solid color. But I'm going to be using the same amount. Obviously here I just did 2 colors. I did the brown and then like this yellow. But again, just if you want to make this, just follow the same techniques. Obviously just switch out the colors. But as for measurements, you are going to be doing 3 different measurements, okay, for your pink in order to achieve this one right here. All right, you guys, so the first size is actually the same size as we did this one, and that is 10.5, okay, width, so the long ways, and then height wise, you are going to do 2.5, okay, so 2.5 height, and then 10.5 the long ways, width ways, okay? And so I did cut out 3 of this. So again, in the sheet, just like I showed you with this one, there was 3 of them, right? So I went ahead and cut that out 3 times, which should give you 9, and then 9 of the scraps, okay? So it is quite a bit. So, and all you're gonna do, such a simple center as well, it's just going to require some time and a lot of rolling. We are going to start off with the scraps, which are the thinner ones, and we are just going to first glue those. Now obviously if you want this sunflower kind of inspiration, then these would be brown, guys, okay? These would be brown because this would be the inner part. So this is all you're going to do. So definitely get yourself comfortable. And when you're doing this, last night I was watching Netflix and doing all this rolling. So I am going to go ahead and roll these up, and then once I will be back to show you how that looks, and then we will do these. All right, you guys, so I'm finishing up that last one. So again, in total for those scraps, you should have had 9 of them. Okay, so this is what it should look like now, and then I'm going to go ahead and start rolling these other 9. And again, if you're doing the sunflower, then this part would also be the brown part. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish rolling these up, and then I will be right back. All right, you guys, so I am done with those. Okay, so again, these were the 2.5 height wise and 10.5 width wise. So now we need another size. So we're only going to need 1 sheet of these, because in that 1 sheet only 2 of the images fit, which is this is what the image looks like, and these are the scraps which we will also be using. So for this one as well was 10.5, but not height wise, it is 3.1. Okay, so 3.1 height, with same thing, 10.5, because we're using that 8.5 by 11, and only 2 of these images fit. So we are going to repeating the same process. Now, if you were doing the sunflower, this would now be the yellow part. Okay, so just throwing that out there. If you want to do the sunflower, then this is where you would start with the yellow, or whichever color you want. Okay, so we are first starting with the scraps. And then the original image. Okay, so we have that part done. So we are on to our last size. Okay, so for this one, you will also be able to fit 2 of them. I'm missing one. Oh, it's over there. You're going to be able to fit only 2 images. Again, 8.5 by 11 sheet I used. So same with the width is 10.5, but height wise I went up to 4, you guys, and 2. So I duplicated the image. I was able to fit 2, and then we will be using the scraps as well. So I cut this 2 times, so in total you should have 4, and then 4 of the scraps, and we will be repeating the same thing, guys. So simple. I mean, it's gonna, like I said, it requires time just because you are adding layers and layers. But obviously if you don't want this as intricate, then you can definitely omit. Now, if you want this smaller or larger, you can just mess around with the sizes, guys, and just make the height smaller, and you would get a smaller center, because this center is quite large. I haven't measured it, but I'll measure it for you guys once I am done, because when I showed you guys that first white flower, the larger one, I want to say that flower was roughly around 15-16 inches. So it's definitely a large center, which again, you can use it as a floral center, or you can just use it as a flower. I would just recommend to add a backing to it if you're going to mount it onto a wall. All right, so those are the scraps, and then now we're just going to add on the last pieces and wrap around. So let me go ahead and finish these 4, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I am done wrapping all of them. So there you go. And all you're going to do is go around and push these down. And voila, You are all done. How cute is she? Let me get my measuring tape and let you guys know width-wise how big she is. Guys, so I got my measuring tape. So she's around a little over 7 inches. Okay, so if you were wondering, so again, like I said, this is a large center. So like I said, this flower is roughly around, I want to say 15, 16 inches. Sorry if it's been cloudy here. And then you would just add it as a floral center if you want. Like, look how cute. And honestly, like you've seen, I just added 2 petals here because obviously I wanted the center to be the main attraction. So this flower did not require as many petals. And voila. So cute, right? So again, you can play with the sizing, play around with the coloring. Like I said, I will eventually get to the Protea Center, which is what inspired this whole center. But like I said, it's definitely a center that's going to require some time because it is a very intricate center. And I definitely want to explain it to you guys as simple as possible so I don't confuse you guys, because if you thought that was time consuming, this one is. But isn't she pretty? I absolutely love it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Follow me on Instagram so you can get alerted as to when that video tutorial will be available. It's coming. I promise it's coming, because I've been working on her for a very long time to get her right. And I'm very pleased with this Protea Center. It's just, like I said, it's going to take time. So again, this is my new Pink Center 5. So if you're interested in her, you can find her at www.arielelisedesigns.com. If you have any questions, message me. Definitely on my Instagram, you can DM me, or my email, arielelisedesigns@gmail.com. I'm always happy to help, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.